Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I'm going to do these two new molds that Teresa sent to me. They were both on my wish list and she sent me both of them, so I'm excited to do it. I couldn't choose between the two, so we're going to do them both in different ways. So in this one has two intersected hearts and a heart here as well. And I think I'm going to mix this new glitter that I haven't, well, I used it once, but in an extra. I want to use it intentionally in UV resin, and we're going to put that in the hearts. And then I'm also going to use her Enchantress, which is like a dark mauve color, to fill this one in. I don't think it's going to hold too much. And then for this one that has all these vines all over it, I pulled out my new Rolio kit. So I think I'm going to try the copper color from Rolio to backfill this after I paint on my absolute favorite Copper Roses Super Chameleon powder. And I think that's what I'm going to do today. If I have extras, I'll probably have extras. I might pour some of my favorite molds over there that I just recently got. So I do want to tell you, today is the Amazon Live. Tonight at 7 o'clock. So if you're watching this video at 6 o'clock or anytime before 7 o'clock, make sure you go into the description box, click on the link, and it'll take you right to the Amazon Live. We're going to be giving away prizes. We're going to be doing an epoxy project, a UV project. So make sure you come and join me. We don't want to be all by ourselves tonight. We don't want to be talking to nobody. So make sure you come there and join us. Make sure, go in that link, click the link. If there are issues with the link this time, like I said yesterday, we will not panic. We're going to get a new link for you. And then I will put the new link in my post community page on YouTube. Also, my Facebook group will have the new link, but I don't foresee any problems. Everything should go pretty smoothly this time. So join me over there. Meet us over there. Dawn's going to be in the background asking questions that you guys are answering. My friend Barbara is going to be moderating for me tomorrow tonight, I'm sorry, for the best time. We're going to have a great time, and there's going to be discount codes for you guys to use and all that good stuff that goes along with it. So join us tonight, 7 o'clock. And if you can't get there at 7 o'clock, I'll probably be on for about 2 hours. If you're seeing this after that time frame, the video will be up for 7 days on their Amazon. Let's Resin is the one sponsoring it. It's Let's Resin's Amazon store, so that's where the video will be. So if you miss it now, you could still use the link. You can get there for the next 7 days and see what we were doing, use the discount codes and all that good stuff. So I could have said that while I was doing this, but I'm just gonna start painting this on. Now, I recently found out how expensive this Super Chameleon powder is. It was a gift from Barbara, and I can't believe how much money she spent on it. So I am very, very cautious on how I use it now. And this one is definitely going to be for me. So it is a beautiful, it's one of my favorites. And until recently, when I found the link for it, somebody sent me the link for it and said, somebody must love you a whole lot to purchase that powder for you. So I was a little surprised to see how much Barbara paid for that. So thank you again, Barbara. You did not need to do this, but she is supporting a small business who needs your help. So if you can, go into this description box, go to the link for this, and not necessarily purchase this particular powder, although it comes in smaller sizes. Maybe support this small business. I don't know much about her, but Barbara does. And she needs your help, give her some support. If you can afford anything in her store, that would be great too, but not necessarily not everybody can purchase this powder. I think this 5-gram powder was about $70. So I was like, Barbara, did you really spend that? And she's like, of course, I wanted to support her. I guess she was going through a few hard times, and that's the kind of person Barbara is. So that's what she did. She bought me a couple of things to help her business out, and I definitely appreciate that, and I'm sure she did too. So regardless, you don't have to get a 5 gram. If you love this color as much as I do, you don't have to get a 5 gram jar. You can get it in smaller quantities. So now I'm going to be super careful in what I use it in, because now I want this to last me forever, not just in a few projects. Although I have used it several times and I still have a lot left. So that's what I'm going to do here, is be very frugal with it. Not like, I don't want to tap any out after it's done being painted in the mold. Oh, I got to go down here. And I'm sure, like, the copper color, I'm not going to back this in black this time. I'm going to be backing it in the copper. So I'm hoping the copper brings this color out. It should be. It's a pretty intense mica powder. I'm going to go up the sides, I think, of these as well. And then I will go through and clean it off the best that I can. I've not poured this one before, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at until you pour it the first time. So this one may be my learning curve. I don't know without seeing it finished. All right, once I'm done painting this, I'll bring you back for the UV resin portion. But I just want to be able to get this done nicely without rushing, and I want to clean all the little spots that I don't want the powder on.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage. Colors are loud like they're breaking the cage. Sparkles explode in a radiant haze. Crafting a masterpiece that's gonna amaze. Glitz and glitter lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch this.
I did this the best that I could, not knowing what I'm pouring, but I think I got it. I did pull out my green that I got from Temu before the tariff, so I can't link that one. But I did use that green there. And I went up the sides. I'm not sure what it's going to look like till we unmold it. I think all I left for the copper was the cross, I hope. So before I do that, we're going to mix up this one. And I'm just going to take a little bit of my normal clear hard type resin. I don't even know how much I need. I hope this works, because I had to wipe this one out too with alcohol because it got some dust in there. I think I'm just going to scoop some of this glitter in here. I might have mixed up too much UV resin, I'm not sure. And I'm thinking this stuff is going to be like a little goes a long way type thing. Let me find a little stir stick here. And I should have my gloves on, but I'm not gonna touch it. If I touch it, I will go get my gloves on. That looks pretty thick, nice and thick with glitter. And usually it always cures with UV resin for me when I put glitter in. So my idea is, maybe I'll even do it in stages. Fill up these hearts with the glitter and then just pour my color right over it. I don't know. I don't even think I need it that thick. Because you're not really going to see the thickness of it, will you? I don't know. I've never poured this one. So that's a good question. I'm just going to do a thin layer. Let me just pour this in here. Clean out anything. And if I have to do it in a couple layers, I will. Yeah, I made up too much. We could always make pendants out of it or something. I'm just going to dab it around that heart. I don't think I want it right there. I wish I knew what I was doing on this. I wish this wasn't my first pour to screw up. But I could see that I want certain part over here not to have the UV resin on them. But it didn't go up there either, so I'm not sure. Maybe I can like get it to stick to the side. Maybe that'll work. Cure it quick enough while it's up on the side, maybe. I just want to get what I want off so we could see the separation of the hearts right there. I hope that's good. I'm gonna put this down there. And I don't know. After we unmold, we'll see what we did right and wrong. I'm just gonna try to cure this real quick. Move this out of the way. I will put this in something else. Let me find a mold. I'll cure this, cure that, and then grab some resin.
Dipped in gold with a stroke of flare, diamond shine in the midnight air, glue and gems.
I'm just guessing 3 ounces for this one, and this is what I did. I flipped my light upside down for a few minutes, and then after it was done on that side, I'm pretty sure it's finished. I'm gonna shut that off. I did put the rest in this heart mold. It seems to be cured. I was testing it a little bit ago. I did put the rest in this heart mold and put it in my dual light. So if this one cured, oh yeah, look at that. That's gorgeous. And then I had a little left for one more. That is so pretty. I love that glitter. Beautiful. All right. I guess 3 ounces and 5 ounces. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. I don't know. I could be way off. I could be right on the money. We're going to find out. So we're going to let's see, more than that. That one is called, and I have it everywhere, Enchantress. I'll wash that off in a minute. And see if it's enough mica powder. I'm going to run them through the vacuum chamber. Do I need it? I don't know. Probably not, being that they're wide open and there's nowhere to get bubbles trapped up underneath, but I'm going to do it anyway. That one is good. That's gorgeous. A gorgeous deep maroon color. Looks like satin. And then we'll do the copper. Let me just wipe my stick off here. Maybe get another one. I have some stuck in the words there. I really don't want that to get into my copper, so let me grab another stick here. This one should be beautiful too. Oops, I always forget they're not opened. Boy, is that sparkling. Let's see, I'm just gonna grab it with this. I don't know, we probably don't need too much of this. Anytime you have metallics, and we'll see if this is like metallic-y, like a floating metallic or not. Could just be a mica powder, I don't know. I wonder if you could paint that on a mold is the question. I probably should have tried that on this one, but it's too late. Too late now. We could try it on another day. Or you guys can tell me if you have the Rolio pigment or Rolio micas, can you paint this copper onto a mold and have the same effect? Might be a little bit different, but I can't see my blue, so that looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the vacuum chamber while I clean this mess up from all these powders, and then we'll pour.
My magic spell, turning the ordinary into something to tell. Flare.
All right, let's pour this and see how off I was. I'm not going to spritz it. I don't want to break the seal on that UV resin. I don't know if it will or not, so I'm not going to take any chances. I'm just going to pour it up slow so nothing happens. Maybe a little faster than that. Oh gosh, did I way overmix? Yes, I did. So we're gonna have some extras today. That's it. It's not even in a, probably used half of that, 3 ounces, so I probably have 1.5 ounces left. I think I'm gonna spritz that. Okay. And now this one, probably overmixed. This I'm just gonna pour in and fill it up. I'm hoping it takes all of this. Not gonna hurt my feelings any. I have some new cute molds that I like to pour, so I'm kind of glad we have some extras. We do have some extra copper too. Maybe I'll take that copper. We have, we got about 1.5 ounces left of the copper. I'm gonna say the exact same, maybe a little bit more of the red. Let's take some copper and put it into, say, this heart mold, just to answer that question. Let me move these out of the way. I'm gonna grab a little brush here. Let me use this one. I'm just gonna put it into this really cute heart mold. Oh, it looks like it'll paint on really nice, but I want to see the finish on the outcome, so I'll fill it up with the same. Oh, and you don't need much. I'm going to put a lot of it back into the jar. So we'll see how that looks. Come on. I just don't want to spill this. I'm going to put this up here and pour that into this heart. We'll see the difference between the two finishes, between that one and this one. And let's see, let me grab my extras molds. Let's pour this little elk guy today. He came out really cute earlier. And we're gonna do his antlers in the gold, or copper, I should say. And then I think I'm gonna marble him. We're gonna have extra anyway for a few other things. But this one's always fun to make since I have so much left. I just don't want to overfill the antlers. And these two colors go together well as well. So let me push that aside. Wipe up my mess. And then we're going to marble, I think. Should I do one at a time or should I put it into the cup? That is the question. I think I'm going to do it like this. Respritz him. I think I'm going to do it like this. It may not work, but it may work. But I'm thinking it may not work. Because there are two mica powders going together. I'm not even gonna stir it up. I'm just adding the gold or the copper until I don't see it anymore in the red. And we'll just fill it up. I'm anxious to see this one now. Maybe he'll steal the show. You just never know. So let's do, I have this little shaker one out again. I just love this mold. And these little angel wings. Let's do the angel wings in this copper. And we'll do this. I'm only going to fill this cross up halfway, not even halfway. That way you can use it as a pendant or a bookmark. Really thin. That's it. Let's check it out that way. And is it gonna go in? Yep. That should be good. We're gonna do this one. I'm gonna marble this one. I don't know if it'll work or not. This little shaker turtle. I don't know that we're gonna see both colors. And then I'll make his shell with UV resin and fill him up when he's all done. Let me find a tool here, a little dotting tool. I want to make sure it's in the tail. Yep, it's in there. He's Adorbs. I love that one too. Okay, let's do some of these new ones. Which one? Oh, that's my cleaning alcohol. Let's do this little rose. This one came out so pretty last time Dawn did it. And that's enough to fill this mold up. This is actually a pendant. I didn't know that until the camera was off. I think it was yesterday. There's a little pendant piece right there. So I did add a pinch bail to it. I am gonna make sure it goes down deep in there. Set that one aside. Then we'll have, I have just some scrapings. I'm just gonna kind of do that and then pour this one in. Whoops, not too much. And poke it all down. We probably lost the red, but it doesn't hurt to try. All right, and then we'll do this one. Copper. So I know now for next time, barely any resin. And I kind of knew that to myself looking at them, but it's so hard to gauge. I'm not good at that. It doesn't matter how long I've been doing this. Yes, I've been doing this a couple years. I bet all of you still make up too much. Most people do. It's better than not having enough. That's good. This one's a pendant too. It's got the hole right there. I'm just going to clean off this so I don't have to do it after demolding. That looks good. What's that, bubbles? Yep. That looks good. I'm just gonna spritz everything here. Pop any bubbles. Let's do this one. Is very pretty. This one is one of my favorites. I'm going to make sure red gets down in there, and then I'm going to pour this one in. And then we're going to get it in all those parts. A little bit more. I don't think this one is a pendant, but you could make any of them into a pendant. Try not to overfill this one. But I do want it in all these petals. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll remember when I demold this that I put red in them. I've got just a little more, so I'll find something to do with it. Here's my little antlers to go there. Squeegee those sides. Oh, that's dried resin. All right, see you on demold. Everything is ready to come out, but I picked up my mail from the front door, and Michelle and Magnus need a shout out. They sent me all kinds of goodies. Thank you, Michelle and Magnus, for thinking of us. Look what she sent. So I use these all the time to send things in my eBay orders, and these are the Mylar bags. So these are pretty in blue. I've never bought blue ones before. She also sent me E6000 because she said mine looked low, which it was low, but I have another one. But this says E6000 plus, so I don't know what the plus means. Low odor, which is nice, multi-surface, all weather, indoor, outdoor applications. So yes, thank you so much. I do use E6000 almost every day. She sent a couple molds to try. She says, where is it? They look too fun to use for extras, just too fun to use for extras. So we've got a snail, a frog, a lizard, a penguin, a dog. What is that? I don't know what that is. A bird, a couple birds. I don't know what that one is. Looks like a turkey, but I don't know what it is. I don't even know if I would know what it is if I poured it, because there's no lines or anything. So guys, what is this one? Put it in the comments. Is it a chicken? It's probably something obvious and I'm not even seeing it. Or it's a really chubby bird with the beak here and a big belly here. But these are much thinner birds. She sent me some butterfly ones. These are pretty large and they came with keychains. So that's a pretty big keychain. I wonder how easy they will be to finish. They have the engraving, I call them engravings on there, but I wonder if a pen would fit in. Oh, and they're holographic. Blue ones generally are holographic, I noticed, so we'll have to try those out. That's cool, thank you. She sent a whole case full of earring findings. So you've got the backs, post earrings, and the backs for the post earrings. You've got the hook earrings, and the backs, pins if you're doing beading, and the little rubber. So it's like an entire kit of all the colors, silver, gold, and the what do you call it, bronze, or I don't know what the proper word is for it. She sent a couple more molds, and these are like bubble coaster molds. These are pretty big for coaster. Well, I guess. Okay, those are cute. I hope your drink will fit in this little area. So this one has a bigger area for a drink, and this one is a smaller one. So that's cool. I've never used these before. I don't know what the best way to use them is, but I guess we could kind of figure it out and try them. Nice, thank you. And she also sent this huge thing. I didn't bring it all over here. I just brought the paperwork to show you what she sent. Look at this. Pull out home organizers. It's got 4 compartments, pull out trays. It's huge. Like they're really, really like this big. I don't even know if you could see my hands in here. They're really big. Let me see if there's a size. No, this is just to assemble. So you're gonna end up with 4 boxes that you could pull the tray out, but then you can stack them. So that is great. So I will definitely be trying to find counter space, and I'm gonna condense some of my stuff. So Magnus and Michelle, you guys were so thoughtful in your choices. Thank you so very much for thinking of me. I was just thinking about you too. I haven't heard from you. Well, yeah, I guess in the comments, but I hope you guys are good, and I know you're moving back to the States soon, but I just don't know when, so I hope you have a great move. Yeah, thank you guys. Are you guys ready to unmold? What should we start with? Everything is like golden and brown, and just when you thought you were finished, you can always get an entire tray of butterflies out. So here is the dark burgundy, which almost looks brown. Hopefully it's kind of burgundy, and hopefully it looks good with the silver. So we've got several, like half of the burgundy, and this is getting filled up. These did sell out on eBay, so I do need to refill them. And then I have the copper ones. So those are pretty cute. I'm just gonna, this is almost to the top of the cup. That's when I package the other ones. Let's start with all these flowers. Oh, well, these are the most boring. These are the turtles. This is what I did with the leftovers. So we have the copper, which is really pretty. And then here's the burgundy, but it looks like dark brown. And here is the other copper one. Let me get the flowers. Oh, that's cool. I put a little bit of the burgundy in first. I'll probably put gold on the tips of that one. Maybe make this a nice pretty pendant. There's no hole in this one, but I'll drill a hole. And let's see this one. Ooh, that's cool too. What is that? Oh, that's just a color in my... I have one bubble right there. and a bubble right there, but I'm just going to use my little files. These little things come in handy. Let me grab one. I have a whole set of them. They're sitting right here. They're all different shapes and sizes. These came in Happy Mail too, and I basically use these to get down in these little tiny spots, and I sand them down because you would never know. In nature, everybody's petals are different or broken, so I just sand the total roundness of that bubble out, and then you could put a pinch bail on there if you want a pendant or something. So that's pretty. I'll probably put gold on the edges of these things. I think this is that rose one. Oh yeah, and this actually has a pendant hole right there, so it would hang upside down, which is weird, but that's what it does, and it's nice and shiny on those edges. So I'll probably paint that green again like I did on the last one. Let me stack these up. I'll be using these quite a lot. I got one bubble on the back, and there is this one also has a pendant hole right there. So that's pretty. The copper came out really nice. Let's do these little angel wings. I did put magnets on the back of these yesterday, and I'll probably do the same thing to those. And this was the one that we painted on. Oh, that paints on beautiful. So that's mixed in your resin. I almost like this painted on better. Oh, I wish I would have known that. I would have done that to this cross. That came out gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then the cross, which is much thinner and much easier to use as a bookmark or a pendant now. So I don't think I'm going to fill this one all the way up, but that came out really pretty too. Is this my shaker turtle? I need to make the little shell for him. Yep, this is a shaker one. So fast I forget what I did. So that's cool. I don't see barely marbling. I mean, you can kind of see in person that there's two different, but it kind of merged all together. So I will go ahead and make his little turtle shell with UV resin like I've been doing, and then fill it with shaker stuff and fill it up. So that is awesome. Let's do, whoops, let me move that out of the way, move this out of the way, need some space. Let's do my little elk. So if this one all merged together, I'm guessing this one all merged together. And this is probably the first time I've actually done a natural colored elk. Well, a little dark, but, and I'm gonna squirt some alcohol down in here so his his big head kind of pops out. If you can get it down in the head, it'll come right out. There, it's all loosened up, and it should just pop right out with no problem. Oh, that's pretty. It did marble. Oh, I'm so happy it marbled. Can you tell in the camera? That is gorgeous. And then we've got his antlers here. I just made the other one the other day after such a long time. Oh, he's so cute. So I don't have to paint the antlers or anything. They're already a different color that goes with him. So we'll get those glued in, and we'll get him all dolled up. So let's move this stuff out of the way. I will finish all that in a moment. Let's see how these came out. I don't know if they need anything or if I'm just gonna leave them, seeing it's the first time. And everything adhered and came out. Oh, but it did sink up underneath, so that kind of stinks. So I'm going to, that one came out pretty though. I'm going to go over that with a pen because I missed some there. So that wasn't my best idea. I missed some here and here. This is a partial matte, partial shiny. Can you see the difference? You could always spray it with sealer if you want it shiny. I didn't expect it to be like that. I don't know why. I didn't study it, but I saw all the shiny spots. Huh. It's not as red as I wanted it to be, like burgundy-ish. Here's the powder. Well, I take that back. It's exactly as it shows in here. It's very dark. So I take that back. It is exactly as it shows. So I think I'm going to just paint over those because it did seep underneath. Remember I said we don't want to get that seal broken? Apparently the seal got broken, probably from me flipping it. to get the light under it. So I probably should have used my dual-sided light so I didn't have to flip it. But I didn't, so that kind of stinks. We'll have to try that again. All right, let's do this one and see if I made mistakes with the painting. Oh, that's pretty. I got a couple of bubbles in a few spots, which I guess I'm not surprised because I didn't spritz it. Why didn't that come out shiny though? There's parts of this mold that are not shiny, which is weird. I wonder if it's a defect in the mold. So right here, and right here, everything else came out shiny, and I think it was supposed to be shiny. But like right here, you can see that it's not right in here and here. It doesn't have that shine finish on it. So I will have to spray this one in order to get it back to this looking, and you'll be able to see all the sparkly in the powder. So yeah, I'll have to spray it. I do need to trim right here. There's one piece. But there's my favorite mica powder. It has so many different colors in it when you turn it. The green came out gorgeous. Oh, I'm glad I went down the sides on everything. I was contemplating if I should, and yes, you should, because that is the size of the leaves. So, yeah, that kind of stinks that's like that. Nothing spray sealer can't do, but you shouldn't have to do that. All right, let me come up with a plan. I don't know if I'm going to do anything to this one or just spray seal it. I might even spray seal this one so the whole thing is shiny. Let me think about that after I get that colored. All right, be right back.
In our studio where colors blend, Michelle's creations have no end. From coasters bright to jars that gleam, she brings to life each shining dream. Glitz and glitter, watch them dance. In Michelle's hands they find their chance. Resin flows and sparkles play, crafting beauty day by day. Bowls have shimmer blooms that shine, each piece crafted so divine. With silver hues and shades of blue, her art reflects a vibrant view. Glitz and glitter, watch them dance. In Michelle's hands they find their chance. Resin flows and sparkles play, crafting beauty day by day. Pouring passion into each mold, stories and colors silently told. A touch of sparkle, a dash of grace, Michelle's art, a radiant space.
I am done. Here's the reveal. You know, the same old little turtles every single day. Flat back bales glued on the back. Here is this cute little heart that is so sparkling in UV resin. This I just made into the magnet, same thing, and a little pendant. So that came out really pretty for a little extra. I just put a magnet on the back of that one. No big deal, but I love that brushed on. Angel wings just have some magnets on the back. That's done. And the heart or the cross, I just put a pinch bail on there so it fits now that it's thin enough. Or you can make it into a bookmark or whatever you want. The rest of them I have made into pendants. So this one has a hole there. I think I need a little bit bigger pinch bail on this one. But for some reason they put the hole there instead of up here to go that way. So I just put it on there. Didn't do anything to this one except paint the green stems. On these I highlighted gold on the tips of all of the flowers. just so that would bring it out a little bit more than the one or two colors that were in there. And then I put gold pinch bales on them. This is the only one that I had to drill a hole in. I don't think oh yeah, I drilled a hole into this one too. I need a bigger pinch bale on a couple of these I will change out. The shaker turtle, I stuck in little crushed glass in teal and gold. And he's so cute. I love this one. You're probably going to be seeing tons of this little guy. Here's my little elk guy. Girl, sorry. I was going to make a boy because it was brown and gold, but I didn't want to. So I made it a girl. I stuck a little rose as the pendant, and then I went around with these little tiny little pearls. And then I put pearls on her antlers. I do have tiny little eyelashes on her. I didn't put the big ones on. I just put the little tiny pieces on her, and then I put glue behind it to hold them down. Painted the eyes. I made her cross-eyed looking at the butterfly I stuck on her nose, and painted the face, painted the eyes, and then I put a butterfly right on her back. I didn't do anything to the toenails this time, so she is finished. The crosses I took outside and I spray sealed them with clear sealer, so the whole thing is shiny. And then I went over the hearts with my chrome marker, so those are silvery silver all the way through and through, and there's no red showing anywhere. So I like it a little bit better, nice and shiny. So easy fixed. It only took a couple minutes. And this is the same thing. I sprayed it with clear sealer, so now everything is shiny and not just these parts. I don't understand why the middle of the mold was matte. This was the first time I used it, so clearly it came that way. And didn't do anything else to this one. I just left it alone. You could put a little hanger here and hang it on your wall if you want to. I think I'm just going to add it to my little row of crosses I have right here behind me. And yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it's not the fact that you can't spray seal it. You can. It literally took me a minute. Sprayed it on, let it dry for half an hour, done. But you shouldn't have to do that on a mold that's supposed to be shiny. So it is fixable. It just takes an extra step. Well, that's it today, guys. Please go from here into the link in the description box. The way to get to the description box, a lot of you have commented that you don't know how to find it. You have to be on a device, a phone, a tablet, a computer, laptop, something like that, not on the television. On any of those devices, right underneath the video, you're going to see a sentence, and today's should say, click on this link to get to the Amazon Live. And where you see that little sentence, there's a little tiny more word. It says more. I think it's in parentheses or quotation marks or something. Click on that little more button. Again, it's going to pull up a little bit bigger box, and sometimes you have to click on that more word a second time to open the full description box. But my link to the Amazon Live coming up at 7 o'clock tonight. Today is the 19th of July, 2025, and it is right after this video. Click on that link. It'll take you right there. Like I said, if there's a problem with that link like the last time, this is literally my second one with them. I will post the new link into my posting page on YouTube or my Facebook group. I will post it there, but I don't expect any problems. Everything should be fine. So meet me over there in a couple of minutes. I will see you there, and we're going to do a couple projects together. I cannot wait. Stick around for those photos first. I'm going to show you what we did today. I will see you there. Have a blessed day. Bye, everyone.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew, in every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace, in her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story her colors tell. Faith and love in every part, Jesus guides her shining heart. She sprinkles joy like morning dew, in every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace, in her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story her colors tell. Faith and love in every part, Jesus guides her shining heart.